But no, in all seriousness, Turkey Tom groomed me. Turkey Tom actually diddled my little boy hole. He just took two of his fingers, went, and then right in my ass. He also fucked my wife. I have no evidence to back up any of these claims, but I'm saying them, so that means it's true. I mean, Tom, I'm very grateful for the Switch, but if you can please stop fucking my wife, that would be lovely. For those of you guys that don't know what I'm talking about, are you fucking stupid? You've been living under a rock? Have you been dropped as a child? Are you dense? You little bit not all up there? I'll sum it up really quick. Fat furry fart fetishist Pyro sent messages to a 15-year-old wanting to roleplay as a fat furry fart fetishist. Pyro allegedly didn't know that the guy was 15, which is kind of a big fuck up that you didn't check on that, bro. I'll let him sum it up right here.
For those who haven't read the entirety of my original response, let me give a little background. When I was 19 and 20, I liked to take part in this degenerate furry roleplay with pretty much anyone that would reciprocate.
For those of you that don't know what happened, this is essentially it. I want to rub you against my sweaty moobs. But we're not here to talk about that today. We're here to talk about Titty Tickler Turkey Tom talking out his ass and being a hypocrite. You see, Tom has this series where he calls out people for not being able to take criticism, yet he is very unable to take criticism. He made a response video to Pyro that is absolute dog shit, and that's what we're gonna get into today.
Videos and a written document calling out Pyrocynical for his poor responses to allegations that were made against him, as well as the commentary community's analysis of the situation. Recently, Pyrocynical released a video addressing these allegations, with the Google Doc I created being at the forefront, and made some points that I'm going to respond to in this video.
Pyro apologized to the person that he sent messages to. There's not a whole lot else that he can do. He recognized that he fucked up, shouldn't have done it. That was really fucking weird, dude. Why are you doing that? Stop right fucking down. Stop that shit. Right now, Pyro, I know you're watching me. Cut that shit right the fuck out. I have AIDS. I have AIDS in my penis, and I got penis in my AIDS. Penis AIDS, penis AIDS, penis AIDS.
My first issue with Pyro's response comes down to framing and misrepresentation, which he ironically accuses me of in the video. He opens it up by talking about the accusations of grooming and being some sort of predator, and then makes the rest of the video about my document and videos made about my document, as if I was accusing him of either of these things.
No shit, Sherlock. That's what you're doing. What the fuck do you think this line means here? Are you fucking dense? Are you fucking stupid? Hello? Hello? Anybody up there? Anybody up there, Tom?
He says that the allegations are insane, as if they're so ridiculous to the point that any of it could possibly be true. However, as time goes on, he has to make multiple concessions and admit to most of it. This is a misrepresentation of my videos and my intentions. He's moving the goalposts. It's an attempt to shift the focus of the video on disproving those allegations and conflating them with what I actually said. By responding to my points and channeling the points that I never even made, and clarifying who made the argument, he makes it seem as if these are all from me, but it's not.
Tom, buddy, come here. I know you're watching this too. I'm gonna have a talk with you like I had a talk with Pyro. Cut this shit out. Cut the shit. Just take the L. Just take the L, bro. You're talking out your ass. You're talking out your fucking ass right now. You don't know what you're talking about. You made these points. These are your points. He is disputing your points. You fucking ape man.
She doesn't think that it constitutes grooming, and I agree completely. It may not constitute grooming. And in the follow-up document I released about it, I made the claim that I didn't really know either way, leaving it up for the readers to decide. Is Pyrocynical a groomer? While I first stated no, after these new leaks, I don't feel comfortable saying no.
So you have taken the time and compiled all of this evidence into one shitty Google Doc, and are the driving force behind the Pyro is a pedophile movement. This is one of those times where you have to say, yes, he did it, or no, he didn't. There is no in between. You do not leave this shit up to public interpretation. The public is fucking stupid. You need to spell it out. Yes, he is a kitty diddler, or no, he is not a kitty diddler, but he is in fact a furry degenerate.
Pyro frames this as a disingenuous move on my part.
This document is cowardly. I mean, like, the ending is no exception. Like, they don't even definitively state if I groomed anyone. They just leave enough room for people to draw that conclusion themselves without openly saying.
But but in reality, this was me doing my best to put all of the information on the table and allow some room for interpretation for what people think.
No. This is not one of those, guys, leave in the comments what you thought. Do you think Minecraft is better, or do you think Fortnite is more epic? No, you say as loud as you can, yes, he did it, no, he didn't. This is not a fucking gray area scale. This is pedo or not pedo.
I intentionally didn't make a judgment call, and I tried to make more non-definitive statements in the document as more information was, and still is, coming out. I wanted anyone to be able to draw their conclusions about the topic. This is not malicious or cowardly in any way, as Pyrocynical claims.
Turkey Tom, you are a pussy. Grab him by the Turkey Tom. What you're telling me is that you didn't have evidence that this was in fact true, but you still want to play the angle that all of it is true, but it might not be, so if it's true or not, you can't blame me. You can't blame me. Tom, I'm gonna take you to the fucking Outback Steakhouse.
At Outback Steakhouse, we're committed to serving our communities.
I wanted anyone to be able to draw their conclusions about the topic. This is not malicious or cowardly.
Malicious or cowardly. Malicious or cowardly.
It is. It is absolutely malicious, and it is absolutely cowardly. You are attempting to ruin this man's career while simultaneously holding up your own in case your accusations are wrong. You are a combination of cowardly and malicious. You are cowardlicious, bro.
There's this one part of the doc that claims that people make the mistake of not watching an entire video before they pass judgment. And this is like bitterly ironic. You make that claim, but you leave so much out of my original statement. It's written with like such cruel intentions, and it waits until page 16 out of 19 only then to confirm that I never actually sent or received nudes.
What can I say? What can I say that Pyro hasn't already said? Tom, you are fucking stupid!
And as for the idea that I twisted it from roleplay into actual conversations about sex, well, that's exactly what it was. You're telling this guy that you're going to eat his cock up with your ass, and at the same time claiming that this is absolutely no basis in reality.
Tom, buddy, I've had it up to fucking here with you. Let's be honest. Let's say the whole message. I'd eat your cock up with my ass, to be honest. I don't know. Fought so long and hard on your lap, you wouldn't be able to breathe. My ass and back would be dripping in sweat. You have to read the entire sentence to get the context of it. He is definitely talking about degenerate furry fart roleplay.
Roleplay itself is literally fantasizing about having sex and sexual interactions. I don't know how he would even try to make this point. You could make the argument that you're just imagining your personas having sex, but this doesn't line up with the actual DMs between Ivory and Pyro, where he says stuff like, I bet your cock is so hard from imagining that, and I bet that turns you on.
Oh, you're so fucking stupid! Yes, that is fantasy. That is, in fact, fantasy. Oh, Tom, you're giving me a fucking aneurysm, Tom. I'm gonna have to beat a hooker to death to get rid of it, Tom. Don't make me side with the furry fart fetishes. Tom, please. If you're gonna read it, you have to read the entire message. I fucking hate you because you're making me have to read this degenerate furry roleplay to prove my fucking point that this is, in fact, roleplay. My ass would kiss you, to be honest, and I'd eat just to fart it out. And the farts would be really messy as well. Like I'd be pushing sweat out my ass for you to lick clean. Like all the sweat in my ass crack would make my farts really wet, so it'd make it a long wet fart sound when I farted. I bet that turns you on. Tom, you're giving me a fucking mental breakdown. I swear to God. Oh, fuck. Pyro, you didn't see that. You don't fucking jack off to that, Pyro. I get it, you get it, everybody gets it. It's really fucking weird. He roleplayed with a bunch of other people and it was fine, but the one time he doesn't check the ID and it happens to be a 15-year-old, it sucks. Do I think it was intentional? Probably not. Do I think he's an absolute degenerate? Absolutely. Tom, I get it. You've never felt the touch of a woman, but you do have to understand. Sometimes a motherfucker just got a nut. He's got a weird fetish. Motherfucker's got a nut. Motherfucker's got a nut. Motherfuckers got a nut sometimes. I'm a little bit of a heathen myself. I like the old cock and ball torture, you know. You just take a hammer or a knife and you start popping each of your testicles. That shit turns me on real hard. Gets me going. Oh, yeah, baby! Does that mean that you need to make a response video to this one about the fact that I like having my nuts crushed? Funny thing is, no one's gonna know if I'm joking or not about that. That's about all I have to say. Make sure you like and subscribe, do all that shit. Oh, and if you're a fan of Turkey Tom, I'll meet you behind the Outback.